Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, we are finally here. I'm actually surprised these discounts are actually here this early. Well, maybe I'm not surprised because it is November 21st, just a few days before Thanksgiving, when people are going to be joining in with their families. Maybe there's going to be a lot of downtime because there's going to be people off. And so maybe that's why Tesla has decided to add massive discounts to the Tesla Model 3. And now we're seeing $3,000 off across the board on certain vehicles in Tesla inventory. So I'll show you exactly where to find it, how to stack it with, of course, a referral code discount, and plenty of other topics. But we're going to get into that, plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And shout out to my latest Patreon members. We got Collage, sorry if I messed that up, and James, thank you for supporting. If you're looking for the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, and we just found a credit union that has 3.99% that anybody can qualify and join the credit union, so definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. So let us take a look at this. So Tesla has the Model Y and the Model 3. We knew for a while that the Model 3 has had a discount anywhere from $3,000 to $3,500 off, but now we are seeing the same discounts, if not the similar discounts, on inventory vehicles only. So you don't go to the website as you see right now, don't go to tesla.com, and so don't go to the build order page. Where you're actually going to go is you're going to go to the actual inventory that's actually showing. But want to give a shout out to James Cat. He posted this first, where we were able to see it, seeing $2,500 to $3,000 inventory discounts on long range and performance Model Ys in the US. No discounts yet on the rear wheel drive trim. And if you're looking for that, don't worry just yet, because it's still very, very early in November, and also very, very early in the end of the quarter, before the end of the quarter. Shout out to Sawyer for posting this as well. Model Y inventory discounts are back in the US, up to $3,000 off. And before I show you, and before we take a look at some of these inventory discounts that are there, let's just take a brief look at the inventory charts. You can see this mustard yellow line is Model Y, and really no sort of increases in inventory count. But Model 3 had a huge increase pretty recently in terms of inventory. And so that is why we have been seeing much more inventory discounts on the Model 3, because Tesla kind of knows that they have to get this inventory out there and sold by the end of the month. And I guess maybe Model Y inventory could be stacking on top of that as well. And so we've been talking about some sort of incentive or discount or promotion by the end of the quarter. I've been saying December, but earlier than better, right? Because now we can see that November we are seeing some of the discounts that so the question really is this going to get better? It's hard to say, but who knows at this point? I mean, if the $3,000 discount sticks and they start to sell these vehicles and his inventory starts to decrease for the Tesla Model Y, then they might take away the discounts, or they might turn up the dial even more. So here's how to find the vehicles. You're going to go to tesla.com. You're going to highlight over vehicles, then hover over to inventory. And this is where you're going to be able to see all the different various inventory that's out there that have certain discounts. It's zip code based. So in unfortunately, on top of that, you can only do 200-mile radius. So even if you search all deliverable, that might not be able to, you might not be able to pick it up from where you're actually at. But here's a couple of vehicles right here on the screen. We got two Model Ys that looks to be the same exact price at $54,620, MSRP $57,499. So minus that, minus the price off of that, that is a $2,879 discount. Of course, if you're looking for some extra incentives or promotions, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 6 months of free supercharging plus 3 months of full self-driving. So definitely check it out. Tesla referral code down below in the description. And thank you to everybody that's used our Tesla referral code in the past and in the future. But massive discounts across the board. Let's try and see which one of these are going to be the cheapest one that you can get. And it seems like this is an impeccable value here. You can see that's almost like what, a $2,000 discount for a Model Y long range all-wheel drive. And the funny thing with this is at a purchase price of $47,000, you're almost at that to where a rear-wheel drive actually is at $44,000. So $3,000 more for a long range 320-mile range or 330-mile range Tesla Model Y is definitely worth paying that slight bit of increase for that. So certainly we've got discounts on both sides for the Model 3 rear-wheel drive or the Model 3 in inventory and the Model Y in inventory, but you do have to find the vehicles in inventory. You can see you got to find a vehicle like this, not demo status, so that you can take a delivery ASAP. And the beauty of these type of discounts that you might not be aware about is that when a discount is applied to the vehicle just like this and not a demo discount, you can lease these vehicles, which could give you some extra savings for that. A $2,000 price discount should give you about a $30 to $60 a month price break, so that you could be able to save just a little bit more on these Tesla vehicles. And so I know the Tesla website might be a little bit hard to, because I know you probably want to look at a little bit of a bigger radius than 200 miles to see what type of discounts are available all over the place. Unfortunately, our favorite website, waitingfortesla.com, that way we can see third-party inventory for tesla.com, has been down for a little bit. I know TJ is working on it, so it should be coming back really, really soon. But another alternative, if you're interested, is cars.com, because cars.com does not put a limit on how far you can actually search your radius here. So check it out, see if that works for you. It looks like the prices haven't been adjusted yet on cars.com, so we don't see any price drops yet, but you can see that it will be coming soon, because if you switch it to Model 3 will show you all the current price drops. So it might be not as real time as Tesla.com, but it gives you a better way, because I like seeing how much discount each vehicle has from MSRP to sales price, because I want the best deal, right? And you probably want the best deal as well. And so I like seeing how much of a big discount there actually is. And so that's why I like looking at it on cars.com instead of trying to like pencil and do all this similar math here with every single vehicle on this inventory here. Of course, if you're looking for extra incentives and promotions, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get an extra 6 months of free supercharging plus 3 months of full self-driving. So definitely check it out. Tesla referral code down below in the description. But really cool stuff to see. I mean, it's the end of November. We kind of knew this was happening. We always do, because end of month for Tesla is about the same pattern that they've been repeating time and time again with inventory discounts, promotions. And so the question is, will there be more discounts in December? I mean, if you can wait, I would say you might as well wait. I mean, of course, depending on where you're at in the country, if you're near factories where you can take delivery ASAP, where there's plenty of inventory like this, it really depends. When you go to Tesla.com just like this, and if you see plenty of vehicles that fit your configuration that are near you, then you can be more patient. If you're in places like, I don't know, Maine or far East Coast that are far away from the factory and you don't see a lot of vehicles, then I really wouldn't want you to take any sort of risk like that with waiting for inventory to pop up. Because if inventory is scarce where you're at, then of course that means demand is probably higher, or at least inventory isn't there. And so the chance for you to get a discount is probably not the same as places like metro cities where there's plenty of inventory there, plenty of options, which then forces Tesla to provide inventory discounts like you see on the page right right here. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. If you're looking for the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla, that's where channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet is a Tesla approved financing partner and allow you to get the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla. They can do this because they allow you to defer a portion of the loan, maybe even that $7,500 federal tax credit. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But really good to see, really healthy to see that, we're all looking for the best deal right here on a Tesla, right? And so really cool to see that discounts are here. And hopefully we shall see more in the near future. Let's see. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments. The real world Model Y is gone from inventory. What do you think about that? It's gone from inventory. It depends on where you're at, because I'm seeing inventory for the rear wheel, or maybe I'm not seeing inventory for the rear wheel drive. Let me see. Loadify. Oh, you're right. Maybe it's in this market. There isn't any. So maybe if we switch to cars.com, let's see if we can find any. Maybe Tesla has, we're still seeing some on here, but there hasn't been any discounts on the rear wheel drive just yet. So maybe that's going to be a December timeframe. That's what I would say for the rear wheel drive Tesla Model Y discounts on the rear wheel drive. All right, water break. All right. Quick channel announcement. We've got a big giveaway that we're planning for December. We're going to kick it off on December 1st and have it run through the whole month of December. We're going to actually give something away with substantial value. I don't want to give it away just yet on what we will be doing, but here's my hint. It has everything to do with what we talk about on the channel, which is buying a Tesla, getting the lowest monthly payment, financing, and things like that. And so definitely, if you're interested in winning that giveaway, definitely hit that subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll tune back in for December where we kick off the actual big giveaway. In this next topic, initial Tesla Cybertruck deliveries are here. And really, it's actually a bunch of delivery days for the Tesla Cybertruck. In case you miss it, a handful of Tesla Cybertrucks were delivered to Tesla showrooms across the country. We were fortunate enough to see the Tesla Cybertruck ourselves today. So let's get into it and we can talk about what we actually saw. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to the Cybertruck guy. He posted this. Here's the location so far with the Cybertruck on public display as of today. We've got a San Diego store. We've got a San Jose store. We've got a New York store in the meatpacking district. And on top of that, we have this store, which is in Buena Park, California, where we actually saw and verified today that the Cybertruck was actually there. Unfortunately, they don't let you get into it. They don't even let you touch it. There is a rope all around it just like this, but it wasn't actually too bad. There was maybe 10 people there when I went today. But a little bit of a caveat, when you do go to the store, they do make you sign in because they want your information so that they can email you and follow up with you. But really, most people that are going to go look at the Cybertruck are probably going to be people that own a Tesla already, because I don't really feel like there is a ton of people that might be interested in that aren't actual Tesla owners themselves. But there is a Cybertruck that has been spotted in a bunch of showrooms. And on top of that, there's a Tampa, Florida one that was also rumored, but I think that's confirmed at this point that actually has a Tesla Cybertruck. On top of that, there's been a bunch of Cybertruck news within the past 12 hours. Here's some more screenshots of the interior of the Cybertruck. It seems like it was from a Top Gear release, because Top Gear did a full review on, or was able to get a Tesla Cybertruck and do a review. But here's some things that they noticed from this interior picture of the Cybertruck. The first one is that there's no rear view mirror. It seems like the rear view mirror is removable from the interior. Seats seem to be ventilated. The final steering wheel is octagonal. Really cool. No stock. When parked, the car is displayed on the full screen, just like that. You can see right here on the screen. Map is at the top right hand corner without a border, and speaker near the side mirror could host a blind spot indicator, just like the Model 3 Highland. On top of that, the windshield wiper, the massive one that everybody keeps talking about, will have two attached blades, which makes sense instead of one huge one for the whole thing. On top of that, here's another picture of the Top Gear photo shoot. Shout out to Harmage Catalog for posting it. And then, of course, here's today when we actually went to go see the Tesla Cybertruck at the Buena Park location in California. On top of that, here's some more spy shots of the UI of the Tesla Cybertruck. You can see that there's Cybertruck font that is going to be different from any other Tesla vehicle. And on top of that, you can be able to close and open the tonneau cover from the interior. And on top of that, there's going to be 4 suspension modes. There's low, high, medium, and entry. Entry is probably just like entry in the Model S and the Model X, in which the suspension will lower for the Cybertruck so that it's easier for everybody to be able to get into it. But really cool pictures that were actually released today. It looks like they might have been leaked. And also we've got Cybertruck written on the inside of the front cover. Really cool to see that there is a bunch of Cybertrucks that are being rolling out. So definitely, if you're able to spot one, let us know your thoughts on it, and let us know your thoughts on the interior of it. Do you like it? Do you like the UI, or do you like the current existing one on the Tesla vehicle? But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link to support the channel. So definitely check it out if you're interested. But thanks for coming in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. There's been massive discounts for the Tesla Model Ys. You can see up to $3,000 off. Of course, you can stack that with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. So you can get an extra 6 months of free supercharging plus 3 months of full self-driving. Here's how to actually find the discounted inventory. Head on over to Tesla.com, then head on over to inventory, and then you're going to be able to see all the various discounted on the prices of the vehicles. It seems like right now it's only long range and performance, but right here on the screen you can see $2,000 to $3,000 off the price of the Model Ys. And these are not demo vehicles, so no miles on them, or maybe just delivery miles, so like 15 miles. And you can lease these vehicles as well to save an extra $30 to $60 to maybe even $90 off. So really nice to see. And of course, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description here. Central Texas. Okay, then you should be fine actually for Model Y, because of course we got Giga Austin, so you should be able to find you should be fine and being able to wait all the way to the end, maybe even mid-December, to try and get a discounted Model Y rear-wheel drive. No rear-wheel drive inventory in Central Texas as well. Interesting. It looks like both of you are in the same area. TJB, I was eyeing a Model Y base with hitch out of Austin, Palm Springs locations for the past 4 to 5 days. Saw it just about a few hours ago. I wonder if they're updating some pricing on the inventory. Maybe they are, or maybe they're trying to see if this discount on the long range performance ones, they don't want to maybe muddy it up with cheaper Tesla Model Ys. They want to probably try and sell these ones first, let them sell, make them look like they're better deals, and then introduce the Model Y rear-wheel drives after that. I bet they could easily be doing that, because they want to push people up higher to the more expensive Tesla vehicles. Ranch Hand, Texas, thanks for coming in. Is now the time to order a Model Y Performance? I found one in inventory that's discounted $1,000. I would say Ranch Hand, we've seen bigger discounts in the past. So my strike price for the Model 3 is about $5,000 to $6,000 off. Model Y, maybe like $4,000 to $5,000 off. That would seem to be like a slamming deal, but it depends on if the build is there and you like it. If you like the options of it, then maybe I would go as low as like a $3,000 to $4,000 off. NJ, thanks for coming in. What are the main differences between Model Y long range 2021 and 2023? Great question. If I can remember off the top of my head, we're talking about Matrix headlights, just upgraded interior feel all around, but really Matrix headlights, a trunk cover, I think, for the back as well. And then just like, and also the big one for me at least, upgraded suspension that's more comfortable all across the board. Because I don't know about you all, but if you went to go test drive a Tesla vehicles, maybe you were excited, just like how I was, but Tesla vehicles are not comfortable at all in terms of suspension. Their suspension is pretty much harsh. I would say it's maybe in line like a Honda CR-V in terms of the ride, because it's not their fault. It's because all electric vehicles are going to be heavier, and so that's why the suspension can be more harsh on an electric vehicle, and especially a Tesla vehicle. So those upgrades to the 2023 or 2024 for the Model Y is going to make a big difference versus a 2021 Tesla Model Y. All right, but thanks for coming in, everybody. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the like buttons. We're going to get into our next topic. In this next topic, we were fortunate enough to see a Tesla Model Y that was color wrapped in their PPF wrap. That cost $8,000 today. And I think I was probably the first one to actually see a Tesla Model Y wrap in person. So let's take a look at it. And because I wanted to show you a couple things that I noticed from this $8,000 wraps, I want to see if you agree or not. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so deal hacking. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So here it is. It's actually at the same location. So if you're in the SoCal area, if you want to see a Tesla Cybertruck and you also want to see a green Tesla Model Y that's green and wrapped in forest green of their color change PPF, then definitely go ahead and check it out at the Buena Park location. But before we get into it, if you didn't know what the color chain wrap is, it's a $8,000 paint protection film color change wrap for your Tesla vehicle. And you might be thinking, that's $8,000. That's pretty expensive, because you've probably seen other color change wraps being like $2,000 to $3,000. Well, the reason why it's $8,000 is because it's a paint protection film, and wrapping the whole car like that is a lot of labor. It's self-healing urethane-based film and will protect against rock chips, paint scratches, and things like that, because it's literally a thicker wrap than a color change wrap, and that's why it can protect the vehicle. But this seems to be probably one of the first ones that we've seen so far. It's in forest green, and on top of that, it's pretty interesting in terms that they wouldn't let me get into the vehicle to see like the door jambs, because that's what I really wanted to see in terms of the actual wrap quality. I like the color of it. I mean, beyond that, the color is phenomenal. It actually looks like paint. It looks like a great, very a lot of depth color in the Tesla Model Y. But here's some of the close-up shots that we're able to see from the wrap quality or the wrap job. You can see this is one of the front mirrors. We got a little bubble here. Maybe we'll give that okay, give it a pass, because they could reinstall that and just smooth it down, and you probably have a warranty from that. Another shot right here at the door edge, or the edge of where the pillar hits right there. You can see a little bit of white. Originally, this Model Y was white. I could see it through a couple different seams. This one probably irked me a little bit the most. You can see this is the lower area of the front bumper, and you can see this film right here is where it actually separates, and it seems like this is like a PPF kit of sort, and they couldn't get that close together, because you can see the original white coming through. If I were to pay $8,000 for this, then I'm not sure I would be too happy about that, or maybe I would want to make sure I got a similar color to the actual wrap from it to see so that it wouldn't be able to show through there. Here's another one at the headlight. We've got a little showing here. Maybe that was rubbed off from maybe improper washes or things like that, but really interested to see a bunch of different areas where the quality of the wrap was a little bit dicey. Maybe this was their first one. We'll give them a pass on that, but let us know what your thoughts are on the quality of it. Here's the other side mirror. We've got a little bubble right here, and then some of the areas here not necessarily rolled down a lot from there. Here's the top roof bar. You can see a little bit of edging coming out from the sides right here. So just all in all, looks great from this distance, but as you get close to the wrap, just like maybe a lot of different wraps depending on what shop you actually get, it does get a little bit dicey with the actual install quality. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. Do you think it's worth $8,000, or probably like me, you would probably go to a different shop and pay a reputable shop that gets 4 stars, 5-star reviews from Yelp before actually plunking down that kind of money to get the paint protection film on your Tesla vehicle? But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is Patreon link. Support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. But if you're just joining in, welcome. Tesla has added massive discounts for the Tesla Model Y, and now we're seeing $3,000 off, or up to $3,000 off for Model Y inventory. Here's how to actually find it. You have to go not to this order page on Tesla.com. You have to go to Tesla's inventory page. You got to click around. You can see, put in your zip code, of course, and you can see all the different inventory that has various discounts, right? Like some of these right here on the screen, $2,000 off. And of course, you can stack this this with a Tesla referral code, so you can get an extra 6 months of free supercharging plus 3 months of full self-driving, just like that Tesla referral code down below in the description. So definitely check it out. It seems like this would be a great time, especially if you need a vehicle in the near future, like 1 to 2 weeks out. If you can wait though, we might as well wait to December and see what could be happening in the near future. Alicia, thanks for coming in. I'm seeing $2,000 discounts on the Model Y rear wheel drive. All right, let's take a look. It looks like we have, what's your zip code, Alicia, if you don't mind us sharing so we can take a look at inventory around you. Bobby, one more difference between 2020 Model Y and 2023 dual motor. Thank you, Bobby. Thanks for coming in and dropping that knowledge, and happy Tuesday to you as well. Alicia, the main difference between 2021 and 2023 would be suspension, but that was my main complaint of the 2022 Tesla Model Y. It was a bit softer than the 2023. Thanks for sharing that feedback. Yeah, because I've never met too many people that have owned the newest one and the older one. So it's good to see that it's good to see that they were able to improve the suspension on the newest model. Rack, I'm thinking about buying a 2024 Model X red cream interior. Nice. 2024s have not dropped yet, but that would be really nice. Red with cream interior, though, that's going to push you above the $80,000 price MSRP price point, so you won't be able to qualify for the $7,500, but maybe you don't qualify for the $7,500 anyway. TJ, thanks for coming in. Cheapest new Model 3 in the area is $36,000. In Texas, that could be as low as $26,000 after tax incentives. When are some of these dealers going to sell these 2-year-old Model 3s less than a new one? TJ, probably never, because unfortunately those dealers probably paid way too much in the used or wholesale market, and they probably have to try and recoup that back somehow, especially if they don't own the car in cash. They're paying interest on the inventory of the vehicle, so that's going to be tough. And so they're really just waiting for people to just buy the vehicle that need financing or something like that. Alicia, $26,000 after incentives. Any other incentives other than this, other than the $7,500? Depends on your state, then most likely. It seems like you're both in Texas, so yeah, there's probably more incentives in the Texas area. Ranch Hand, if the price is discounted more after I place my order, would I receive the lower price before I take delivery? Yes and no. So yes, if Tesla adjusts the price on the main page, on the order page, the one like this page right here, if they do like MSRP price drops on this page, then yes, they will give you the lower price before you take delivery. But if they drop the price on inventory vehicles like we're seeing right now with the Model Y long ranges in various zip codes, then they will not give you that lower price. However, you can elect to or try and request them to change your vehicle to a vehicle in stock, but I'm not sure if they'll actually give you that lower price if you change it to a vehicle in stock. You might be better off just unfortunately burning another $250 deposit. I mean, there is ways to get that back, but burning another $2,250 deposit, and then just that way you lock in that lower price, which is probably going to be lower than your whatever price if you place an order. TJ, Texas $2,500 incentive is limited, but still available as now. Thanks for dropping that, TJB. Great knowledge, that's for sure. All right. In this next quick topic, we've got a Model 3 Highland spotted in the US, and this time this one is completely uncovered and a white color. I don't think we've seen a white color one so far just yet. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Tesla Newswire. They posted this. A white upgraded Model 3 was spotted today during testing in Arizona. This one you can see. Here's the video from it. We'll play it around in the background, but it's a white one. We've got manufacturer plates on the back, and we've got this interesting sticker on the back that says engineering vehicle on the back. The last one we saw was in the front side doors. You can see it also has one as well, but really interesting to see that this vehicle is being tested really so far away from the California market. Top of that, we got Chinese logo at the rear, black trim for the headlight instead of the typical orange, indicating this is not a US vehicle, so it probably was shipped over, and legacy Model 3 18-inch aero wheels without hubcaps and not the brand new Tesla Model 3 rims that we see on the Highland. But really cool to see. I'm still pretty excited for this Model 3 Highland, and I still think it's going to be probably a quarter two release at this point, now that we've heard that the Tesla Cybertruck might be employee deliveries only at the end of this month. Maybe they're going to be focused on customer deliveries on January 1st, and then maybe the Model 3 Highland will be a few months after that or a few quarters after that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link to support the channel, so definitely check it out if you're interested. All right. I just paid $1,000 for a used Tesla, but decided to cancel due to the interior not being the color I wanted. If I cancel, will I be able to recoup any of that deposit? That's a good question. I want to say yes, but I don't know actually, because I don't think I've gone through this process. We're so focused on new Teslas from Tesla, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see. If it says order fee, ooh, no, it doesn't look like it. Non-refundable order deposit, non-transferable. What I would say, spiritual, my recommendation, try and talk to them and see if they can convert your order to a brand new order to see if you can try and work with that. Unless you don't want a brand new order. If you want like a different Tesla vehicle, then see if you can try and get them to convert you to a different used Tesla. But it doesn't look like you'll be able to get it from the used Tesla side. Or I wasn't even sure. This is what I was saying. So on a used Tesla, it says due today, non-refundable order deposit, non-transferable. So it also says non-transferable too. So that would be, looks like that's a no, unfortunately. In this next topic, big PSA because Tesla now has added Tesla supercharging fees. It's a brand new fee, so definitely be aware about it if you're going to be using Tesla superchargers. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Drive Tesla Canada. They posted this. According to Tesla's website, the congestion fee is $1 per minute and only applies after 90% state of charge or above, and also only currently in the US. So this is big because there used to be not fees like this after you charge to whatever setting you had set in your vehicle. You could charge it all the way to 100%. But this kind of makes sense because especially in areas where in like California, that even though there's a ton of Tesla superchargers all over the place, there's also a ton of Tesla vehicles all over the place. So they could get pretty congested. I luckily haven't ran into any of that, but charging from 0 to 60%, it takes about the same time as charging from like 60 to 100%. It takes that much more to charge all the way up to 100%. So this does make sense that they've added a congestion fee at 90%. But sometimes when you go to Tesla superchargers, they do say that this is a high traffic supercharger and they try and limit you down to 80% state of charge max. So it's pretty interesting to see that they wouldn't just make that in line with that same thing, because I've tracked this. Charging our Tesla Model X and going to a supercharger, it does ramp up all the way to the fastest charging speeds of 250 kilowatts. But as you charge about 60 to maybe even 55%, you go from 250 kilowatts speed down to like 150, all the way down to like 75 kilowatts speed when you get past like 70 to 80%. So it's not really worth it to keep lingering around. You might as well get back on the road instead of waiting around, unless you're on like a road trip and you need every single mile and every single percentage point for charging, then I could certainly see that making a lot of sense. But definitely be aware about it. Make sure if you're going to be charging at these high use congestion chargers, because there is an extra $1 a minute fee. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments after this water break. But thanks for coming in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button as well. We've got inventory discounts across the board on brand new Tesla vehicles, all the way up to $3,000 off. It seems like some markets are reporting rear-wheel drive discounts. I haven't seen any yet, but we're certainly seeing long range and performance discounts up to $3,000 off. NJ, I was thinking about getting a used 2020 Model Y long range. Are the new dual motors worth buying new? I would say yes. If you qualify for the full $7,500 federal tax credit, then yes, buying new would make a lot of sense, especially are you New Jersey? If you're New Jersey, there's plenty of electric vehicle state incentives. I don't think you pay sales tax, and I think there's like another $2,000 incentives on top of that. So it's definitely worth it to get a brand new one, and maybe even a brand new lease, because your monthly payment will actually be like $300 a month. Amazing. Thanks for coming in. When will be your prediction for delivery of the 2024 Model 3 Highland? Q1 or Q2 of next year. That's my prediction. TJB, thanks for coming in. A handful of states are starting to charge additional registration fees for EVs to make up for the missed gasoline taxes. Do you think that is fair, and do you think more states will follow suit? I think more states will follow suit, yes, because it seems like if once one state comes up with a great idea, then other states will follow. And I do think it's fair because, yes, there is a little bit of gas tax that pays for the roads and things like that or whatever. And so I do feel like we need to pay our fair share. Unfortunately, it adds on to your registration bill in California. So a lot of Tesla owners do get a massive registration bill once a year compared to the counterparts of gas vehicles, but we also don't pay gas for filling up at different stages when we're driving. NJ, I didn't know how big of a difference between the motors were. Yeah, I guess there's a big difference between the two. I mean, what would have we had? 2021 Tesla Model Y, and I guess was there a change in dual motors from back then? I just know that the suspension was probably a big change from there. But yeah, you can see on the page right here, massive discounts on Tesla Model Y, $2,000 off, $3,000 off. And the beauty of these is you can stack this with a lease so that you can use the savings for a lower monthly payment on a lease, like anywhere from $30 to $60 a month off. And you can stack this with a Tesla referral code incentive where you can get 6 months of free supercharging plus 3 months of full self-driving, just like that Tesla referral code down below in the description. But really cool to see that Tesla has introduced discounts pretty early on because it's only the end of November. And so this is exciting because we should see, are we going to get more discounts in December, more promotions, more whatever, or is this pretty much the max that we're going to see for discounts? But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.